The NZB Yearling Sales, February 18 through to 21 here in New Zealand. 18th is at Karaka, and the 20th and 21st will be down south at Christchurch. Mark and Debbie Smith join me. Firstly, Debbie, welcome.
Welcome to the South Island and welcome to Shard Farm.
Beautiful part of the world down here, and green grass as far as you can see.
Yeah, we've put the sun on for you. It's really hot outside. Not.
A lot of complaining about the warm weather, but no, it's been beautiful weather down here, Mark. It's a lovely part of the world, and I encourage people to come down here, especially this time of year, especially if they're looking at buying yearlings. So come down for a holiday and get around some of these farms and have a look at them as well.
Absolutely, because as Debbie said, it's just beautiful and it's green and it's lush at the moment, and we haven't really had hot weather, so nothing's burnt off yet. You know, like last year, January, February were extremely hot, and but right now it's a great time to have a look around the yearlings. That is what you're here to help us with.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're here to do today. We're going to highlight, I think we ended up with 10 of your draft, but you've got 19, 16 going all up. That's a big draft.
Yes, especially when you're working full-time. So luckily I have very, very good staff that have been with me for a number of years now. Yep. So we have a really good system, and we have a lot of these horses all winter. So the work's done all year round.
Right, we'll get into the business end of things for a start, and we'll have a chat afterwards at the end of it. We're going to do these ones out of order for the catalogue, but in order, if you like, as to how we videoed them. So just make sure you're aware of your numbers. But the first one we want to highlight is the Always Be Mickey Bay colt out of All Time Glory, a Christian Cullen mare herself. This is lot number 339. Lovely pedigree here, Mark.
Yes, this guy is called Critical Image, and he's a brother to Dalton Shard, and Dalton Shard's been going really good recently. He's won 2 in about the last 6 weeks, and he started in the New Zealand Derby, and it's a pretty good family. The family of Crackamoa, Dalton Shard, We Can Dream, Burley Shard, and then the second dam goes back to New Age Man. So it's a family with a bit of depth, and he's a lovely looking colt, and we're very pleased with the way he walked today, and he's really does hold his ground and looks fantastic.
Got a great way about him, hasn't he, Deb?
Yeah, he has. He's always been appealing, and from a correct confirmation point of view, he's as good as I've got.
Yeah. We are going to go with an interesting one now. Lot number 374, Tom Jalak we'll go with. This is a Better's Delight out of Christian Cullen. You don't say too much more about this one, Deb, as Mark's getting himself there for the pedigree, though. Good type.
He's a lovely type. We've got him in one of Vindery's ones, and they look the same. They're the cross with the Cullen, Better's Delight cross with the Cullen. My goodness, he's really developed since he's been here. He's been here a month, and he's really taken to the good new way we feed and the handling that he's been done. He just takes it in a stride. A typical Better's Delight. He's really nice to have around.
That's one of the reasons. He's one of the reasons we are actually doing these out of order, because they are your last two colts, and they're going to keep a lot of people looking, Mark. That's for sure, because they're impressive end to your draft. That's for sure.
He's an impressive looking animal, this guy, Tom Jalak, and as Debbie said, he's just settled in, and they get into routine here, and they're happy. They know they get 2 feeds a day, and they're groomed every day, and they're just and this guy has just really loved being here. And it's a very good family. Second dam goes back to Robin's Treasure, Von Regal, Von Art, Robin's Shadow. It's a really good family. Only 2 dams on the page, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of interest in this Better's Light colt.
Yep, and we'll touch, like as you said, in the Christian Cullen side of it. It sells itself, that is for sure. Lot 135, Marble Arch, and Always Be Mickey colt out of the Better's Delight mare in Delightful Shard. I've seen some very nice Always Be Mickeys since I've been here, and this one ticks those boxes as well, doesn't he? He's strong colt.
Yeah, he's a beautifully put together colt. He's a young horse who has just developed really well, but he's always been in proportion, so he's never overgrown himself, and he looks like an early 2-year-old. His sister won a race or a couple of races as a 2-year-old, Onyx Shard, not quite sister, I think it's, isn't it?
Yeah, she's half, Sweet Lou, yeah.
Sweet Lou.
Yeah. Mark.
My horses.
No, you're all good, don't worry about that. As Deb's rightly pointed out, dam of 1 foal to race for 1 winner, that's awesome. 100% producer.
Yeah.
It is, absolutely, yeah. When Ray Green bought this horse. Actually bought it for Ian Middleton for a golfing syndicate. And I mean, it was just great, and she's done a job. She is, she's had the one win, and there'll be plenty more wins under the belt when she'll
develop.
Yeah, she'll develop better
with age. She'll develop that horse.
Yeah, a good, nice look. Yeah. As you Kiwi say, a nice wee family, that's for sure. First foal, out of All About Dreams, lot number 351. This is a Captain Treacherous, and we don't have to say too much about Captain Treacherous there as well, but the first foal out of her, but got a great pedigree going back in the lines. Typical treacherous, this horse to look at, isn't it, Deb?
Yeah, he is. He's very typically a treacherous. He is very rangy. He's got a long stride on him, but he's actually willing to do anything. This horse. They're very much like the Betters Delights. They'll do anything with you. He causes no trouble here. Eats everything. He does eat everything, that horse. He's the one that's developed out of Malcolm gave us the horses just before Christmas. So it's been quite a quick turnaround from the videos today, and he's a lovely horse. He'll go well at the sales. Walks
out over a lot of ground, Mark, striding out there on the grass. I mean, he's got a good pedigree page, and you'll touch on that in a sec, but just beautiful style about the way he walks.
He did, like, when he was out there on the grass, he just gets across the ground, and he's got presence, and he is a stunning looking animal. And the second down on the page, Gentle Audrey, she's got a very good pedigree there with Tasty Delight, Feel the Money, and Manhattan Spirit. So full of black print there. And as you said, this is the first foal, and there's always a lot of interest in first foals out of good mares. So
by the captain.
And with the captain, as Deb said there, the captain cross as well, it makes it a big difference, that's for sure. So, yeah.
It certainly does, yes.
This one, the next one we'll do is lot number 290, down by the Seaside, another stallion that I've been very impressed with, some of the progeny that I've been fortunate enough to have a good look at while I've been down here. This horse is out of a cracking family, and we'll let Mark go on there. But do you like the Seasides? Again, that same Sun Beach somewhere cross, Deb?
I actually have to like the Seaside. So we've got 6 foals on the ground, and 6 of them are by Seaside. But that's just because he's here in New Zealand, and they're a bit later. But I like the Seasides. They're big, and they've got a brain on them, and they're no trouble round the farm. They all look athletic, and they can run. Well, they appear to be able to run, and they're getting placed and winning all over New Zealand, currently at the moment. So that's got to be good. With more age on, they'll be better, I reckon.
Yeah, and that's a common thing from a lot of the trainers going out there as well. And you're right, they are starting to really hit their straps. A couple of really nice ones. Kiwi bred horses in Australia winning nicely as well at the minute as well. So which is important. Mark, it's a terrific family. A horse a lot of people know about is a horse called Himself, but there's more to this page than just Himself as well.
Absolutely. The half sister by Vincent, Siren Shard, she's won a couple of nice races. She won really nice at Ashburton during Cup Week, and she won very impressively, and she actually won a very first lifetime start as a 3-year-old as well. So she's definitely a very nice filly. And Himself, he won the
Slipper,
Golden Nugget, and in Australia Group 1 about Christmas last year, so he was very impressive over there. So hopefully this family will be, the Western Australians would like to have a look at this colt. And of course the second dam, it's just full of depth there with Mighty Cullen Light beside Mr. Prezi, Shard Ark, and we've bred half those horses, so we know this family very well, and he is a lovely colt.
He's a big, beautiful colt. He's a well put together fella too, and he's big and beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, he's wide, and he'll cover the ground. He covers the ground too. So. And
Bobby Butt's got herself.
Yes.
Which is very, very clever on the names. I wonder, yourself might be the next one. We don't know.
I think that's what we'll call the next one. It's yourself.
lot number 187 is the next one to showcase. This is a Lazarus colt, and they're going to be well sought after, that's for sure. Out of the American Ideal Mare, Ideal Legs. A little bit easy to sell, I reckon, Deb, when they're black. They stand out. People love them, and he does that, doesn't he?
He's a stunner, this fella. He's an absolute stunner, and he's just black, and he's shining, and he says, just look at me. There is nothing not to like about the Les. He's the only Les I've had. But, gosh, he's good to work with, and he's a thinking horse, and he's not nasty, or he doesn't try and bite and kick, and you can just do anything with this horse.
Mark, it's a good Aussie family too. A lot of the Aussies, especially Picabello. Interest Free is a super horse. I don't know if the Kiwis know a lot about him, but he is a terrific horse, high-speed horse as well, back there in that second dam, but a lot of Aussie content in there as well. And this is the idea, get it across both sides of the ditch, get as many people looking at it as we can.
You did right there, Paul, because our biggest markets for the yearling sales are Australians and New Zealanders, and this is out of American Ideal mare, and it is a very good family, and as you said, it's full of Australian winners. So and today, videoing him, he in the sun, there was sunshine out there when you were videoing, and he looks stunning, just beautiful. Yeah, he is black.
He is
black.
Deb, we're going to go to lot 200. We split up a couple of them because they look very, very similar. But this guy, although he doesn't look like the Lazarus, he's a striking type. He's listed here as brown. This is lot number 200. Cohen Shard, out of the well-said mare, Cara Piero. But wow, he's black. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, so the reason why he was brown is that when he was a baby, he had eyes on him like a wolf, and so that's his nickname in the paddock. And he was brown around the eyes and around the muzzles, so technically he wasn't black at the time, but he certainly turned into this beautiful black horse. He's a crunch, and out of Carapero. Carapero is a lovely big mare. We've on-sold her, and but she always leaves them with some size about them. But this fella's all in proportion. Like, he's a lovely horse. He can really walk, that fella.
Yeah, Deb says there about he's a big fella, but he's not a big boned horse. He's like athletic, isn't he, Mark? Like, he looks like a horse that will just get up and go. He almost looks like a 2-year-old type to me.
He certainly did, or does, because he certainly does look like a 2-year-old, and unfortunately the half-brother, he was called Mahi Shard. We sold it at sales last year, and Kirsten Green bought it, and unfortunately he had a paddock accident. He's had to be put down, and she just loved getting up every day and working him, and let's hope this guy has the same demeanour and the same attitude that he had, because he certainly looks like he's going to do a good job, and I think he will be a 2-year-old.
And that's a very important update that unfortunately, so that was the first foal.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the second one that unfortunately you'll never see it at the races. No. So, which affects you guys as breeders. It affects the people that buy them as well, and so it is a pretty important update there for that colt. That was lot 200, the Cohen Shard. Lot 387, this horse is going to have a lot of interest as well, because he is a better's delight out of a Christian Cullen. You don't have to say too much more, but then you go back to the Pedigree family. Before we let turn Mark loose, Deb, what sort of horse is he?
He's always been a stunner. This horse has always appealed to me, and I was pulled into Vin Devery, who owns this horse, into a stable, and he said, God, I said, he's gorgeous. He has since had an operation on a hock, and had some bone chips removed, but he's healed up, and you would not even know that he's had this operation, however we declare it. He's an absolutely stunning horse. He's beautifully put together, and he has got a really good attitude on him, but he knows he's somebody. This horse just absolutely knows that he is somebody, this horse.
Do we dock Mark if he gets his Pedigree page wrong?
Yeah, he'll need to be pushed around if he gets the Pedigree page wrong. I think Vin will have a word to say about that.
Well, everyone knows his family very well in Australia, New Zealand and North America, because she's raced in all 3 countries, and the mother is Christian Dreamer. Of course, Christian Dreamer is the mother of Amazing Dream, and I think she's won over $3 million to date now, and this Pedigree probably needs to be 3 pages long, and you probably still only get one down on the page. So, it's got Chase a Dream, Special Dream, and it's just a fantastic pedigree. And you got a full brother to a multi-millionaire, multi-group 1 winning filly, and it's just gonna, he is going to be. He is stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Always has been.
So he's a full do Amazing Dream, Chase the Dream, and Special Dream, and people want. But he's also, the dam's also had horses by Mach 3 and Aunt Major, all of which have won races. So she's a prolific producing mare, and it's very exciting. And that's the last one I think you guys are putting through. Maybe not. No, it might be.
No, it is the last one.
It is the last one.
He's the last one of our draft.
Last of your drafts. So So Deb threw me under the bus there, because I was thinking I was in trouble for a minute, but we're going okay. So, right, Kingsguard is the next one. Now for trotters, in current form, this horse is a brown colt. King's Choice. What did I say? Kingsguard. Sorry, that's a horse that's racing in Australia. King's Choice. Lot number 215. This horse is by What the Hill, the son of Muscle Hill himself. But out of Liberty City, which makes this horse a half to super exciting and ended her career, and keep up to date with the updates too there. But Empire City, just a cracking pedigree. Mark, you're on that page. It's a great pedigree, very, very current pedigree, isn't it?
Oh, very current. We call this our adopted group winning family. We've the Arguses in Auckland, they've sent all of their stock down here, except for American Muscle. It's still racing with Bernie Hackett up in the North Island, but we've got the mother, we've got the full sister to Empire City, and we got the mother in foal here as well. So it's our adopted family. And since this book has gone to print, Empire City, she has won a listed race at Ashburton during Cup Week. She's won a Group 2, and then she won the Group 1. But the special thing about it, that listed race at Ashburton, that was against the boys and the girls. So and
it was a special win. I was fortunate enough to be there that day, and Ricky May drove her, and she had no right to win, and she won. She won easing down.
And she did, and we just love Empire City to bits, and she's spelling here at our place now, and this colt, he's just stunning. He arrived here from Macca Lodge, and he's always just looked the picture ever since he arrived here, and he just loves the place, and he's as cheeky as anything. We've just bought this new Lucian hay from Central Otago, and every time he walks past, he's craning over the bloody gate to get at you to the hay, and he stands and he eats it out of your hand. No, he's a real character.
He's athletic, Deb, isn't he? Like he's a real precocious looking horse.
Yeah, he is, and he actually looks not unlike Empire City. Like Empire City's big and in proportion. This horse is the same. The middle one, Atlantic City's a little bit lighter in build, but this Bill, we call him, this What the Hill, he's a lovely horse, and he's always been, like Mark said, when he arrived here on the farm, he had the goods then, and he's just developed up through the winter and done really well on grass and well fed all winter, and we've just been able to, he's never caused a problem. Like, he's a lovely looking animal and got a great pedigree about him.
No, he has indeed, and I think the staff are just about finished. They've done a great job. I must say well done to the staff too today. On a Sunday as well, they've done an awesome job.
They have.
The last one we are going to highlight, actually just quickly on that other horse there too, because it goes back to Sky Valley, so it's an Australian family, a family a lot of the Aussies would know, and go from there. Lot number 283 is the last one we're going to highlight today. This is a filly, the only filly that we're highlighting, but it's a Better Delight out of the changeover mare in Shard's Echo. Deb, I was a bit taken. I had the camera there at one stage. Hopefully I can time it at the right spot. But just the body on this horse is just wow, isn't it?
It is wow. I hadn't seen this horse because I work full time doing other things, and I hadn't actually had her cover off for a week or so. And gosh, she's developed into some amazing. She looks not unlike the Cullen cross with the Better Delight, but this is a changeover cross with the Better Delight. She actually looks like one of those Cullen horses, and she's got the athleticism of a good 2-year-old. She's got that goods about her.
Yeah, and Mark, this mare, it's a fourfold. This mare's had 2 to race. 2 of those are won. One's by Art Major. The other one's both by Art Major. This horse is now a Better Delight cross, but striking individual.
Oh, she is like, she looked gorgeous today in the sunshine again, and covers the ground, and got really, really good presence about her. And we as she gets further through the prep, she's looking a lot better all the time. And of course, this is the second dam down. You got Sly Shard, and then you got Smiling Shard and Mac Shard. The exciting thing about Mac Shard, he's come back to New Zealand to race and under Barry Purton again. So we're quite excited about that. We've been following him in Australia all the time, and they've sent him back here. So we are really excited about that. And then you got Pemberton Shard, and then her second foal won at Cromwell yesterday, so we're very excited about that. She won her very first start, and it's taken her about another 16 starts to win a second race, but she was in the winner's circle at Cromwell yesterday. So the the family, it's a brilliant family, and as someone says, you take one good horse out of the page, and there's still plenty of black print there. So it's a fantastic family.
Plenty to look at. They're the ones we're going to highlight. You've got 16. Like we want to make sure that people get here and have a look at all of these horses, and that this is a tease. They're not the production style yearling videos. They'll be going out a bit later on in the month, but probably not that much later, because it's going to be around before you know it, Deb.
Yeah, I know. So next Sunday, another Sunday, we're going to be videoing. During this week, we're going to be doing our photographs. So when you've got 16 horses, you have to be very well organised, and I've got wonderful, brilliant staff that'll fit in with anything we want to do. So we're very fortunate to be able to produce gorgeous horses. Like, we put a lot of effort and time and money into making sure everything's right. At the moment, I think I'm feeding, of the 16 horses, I think there's 5 different lots of feeding going on. There's some horses that need more weight on, some need less weight on, or no more weight on, I should say. And so we do, perfect for every individual on the place. So we perfect their feeds and stuff for them as well.
And the staff, Mark, I said there before, these horses pretty much, they've just walked out, paraded, walked away. Your staff, what they're doing, and the presentation of these horses makes you guys' job easy, doesn't it? I mean, all you had to do was get the ears forward. And you struggled on that on a couple of times, I will say.
I'd one job. It's a joker in that family, one job, and do it properly. But, having yearlings or breeding horses, it is actually all year round. And I mean, a lot of the work is just done all year round. Like Debbie and I, we do win our own horses, and that makes a big difference. I mean, the other guys that come later, they all just form that routine. But most of them are bred here, weaned here, and that job is just done a lot easier, especially with the weaning and being caught in the paddock. Routines, feeding all year round, the mares and the foals, and and then this is these last month or 2 months, that's when the polish goes on, but it's still 365 days a year, and you can't forget that. You just don't take shortcuts.
And breeding winners is what Shard Farm's about. Every farm I go to, and I can actually say that, other than there's one farm that hasn't bred winners, and that's Ben and Tanya Davey, because it's their first year. But it's just amazing the amount of winners that come from down here, from the Southern Bred Southern Reared, and also the Southlands. Just a prolific growing area, if you like, for Kiwi horses, and some of the best horses going around.
Well, that's how Southern Bred Southern Reared started. We had to do something different from the rest of the country, because we're so far away from everybody. So that's where we decided to make row E and F our own as Southern Bred up at Christchurch Sale, and that's worked really well for us. We're in our 21st year now, just about, and we all work together. There is no divide in amongst what we do as a group and as a Southern group, and that's also worked really well for us from a buyer's perspective. So we have a really they fall over top of themselves to get on our bus tour, and they come down, and the Southern hospitality is all part of it. But gosh, we turn over $2 or $3 million on our own.
Yeah. The bus tour, do you even know the dates?
He does.
I'm helping organise.
Deb goes, whew.
I don't know the dates.
Monday the 12th, Tuesday the 13th of February.
Yes,
a week before the it's a week before the sales.
So that's approximately 5 weeks out. So that'll be around very shortly. So and it's a key component, as well as going there and getting there early. And of course, Monday is an inspection day. We want people to get there for the inspection day. They sell on the 18th at Karaka. And effectively, Monday's going to be moving day and parade day and inspection day. We want people to get there and inspect these horses, and then all systems go Tuesday, Wednesday, and it go from there.
Yeah,
Mark, Deb, thank you. Thank you very much for having me here and looking after me, and good luck at the sales. I'll see you at the sales. There's no problems there at all. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you, Paul, once again. It's always a pleasure to see you.